2023 Dodge Challenger SCAT Pack with the 6.4, obviously. Today we're going to be installing an aftermarket exhaust system. This aftermarket exhaust system is from AWE. And it is the AWE Track Edition exhaust for 15 plus Challenger 6.4 and the 6.2. Diamond black with the quad tips. Alright, we got everything opened up. There's our quad tips. They gave us a lollipop. They gave us a sticker. And it looks like we have just about everything that we need. These plates right here are for the valve motors. Let's go ahead and start removing this exhaust system. And the first thing I'm going to do is come over here to the valve motors and disconnect them. And I've already sprayed down the exhaust hangers with PV Blaster. I've sprayed all of the nuts and bolts with PV Blasters. Well, the ones that I'll be removing, I've sprayed them down. Even though this vehicle doesn't have that many miles on it, I just like to be careful with exhaust brackets and stuff like that. If you look right up there, there's a 15 millimeter for this bracket for the exhaust hanger for the tips in the rear, and here's the one for the opposing side on the driver's side. And right here there are, I'm pretty sure those are also 15 millimeter bolts right here. Those ones are just a little bit tough to get to, so I'd rather just remove the hangers for these. If it becomes an issue down the road, obviously I'll just unbolt them, but I've never had that issue before, so I doubt I'll have it now. Well, I don't want a bunch of weight hanging off of here, so I guess I'll start by undoing the middle pipes here, the rubber hangers right there and right there. All right, and to help out with the exhaust hangers, I just got this nice long pry bar. Let me just find the sweet spot right there. And that PV Blaster or WD-40 works really good too. Really does make removing these exhaust hangers really simple. Alright, the middle hangers are removed. And to help support the weight in the rear, I've set up my stiff knee with a piece of angle iron just to help support the pipes. I'm going to disconnect these mufflers, and these are just going to hang down. And then pretty much all I got left to do is remove these brackets right here and gently tap this off, probably right here, with a rubber mallet, or I can get a 2x4 and put it right here and put a heavy hammer on it after that. But we'll see which one works best. Get my 15 millimeter out here. I'm pretty sure it's a 15, but I'll double check that real quick and let you guys know. All right, and I was wrong. These are actually 13 millimeter bolts. One right there. No, come on. Get the bolt out. There you go. Thank you. These are 15 millimeters. Got myself a 3-inch swivel extension, which gives me a little like 10-degree worth of angle. Perfect. And they are 15 millimeters, by the way. Lego. Thank you. Let's come in here and put a hand right there and seeing if I can't get this to budge. Now, these are typically welded at the top. Yeah, they're welded. I just wanted to double check that because every time I've done one of these exhaust systems, these hangers are welded. So I pretty much just need to Keep on hitting this to move it forward. That's doing very little. Couldn't find my 2x4, so I'm gonna use a 4x4. Ow, my hand. Yeah, it's working. I really hope this exhaust system doesn't fall off that stand. Please don't fall, please don't fall, please don't fall. If you do fall, don't hurt me or the car. That is out, that's loose, it's done. Now, if you had a second person to help you, this would be the time to use them. I don't have that, unfortunately. Yeah, there's no way to do this without making a whole bunch of noise. This is gonna suck. Down on my shoulders. Oh yeah. Definitely not the most fun way to do this, but it works. It did the job. And now we can begin the installation process. Starting with our H-pipe, they give you this really nice driver's side button. I really like that. Let's make sure we throw some brackets on here first. I'm gonna have the nuts aiming out like that. So, get this thing started, driver's side. That went on almost too easy. That has me kind of worried, actually. And for the H-pipe, we're going to be using the 69.9 millimeter brackets. This kit does come with 2 different size brackets, so make sure you install the proper ones here. I am not putting this down tight. I'm just putting it down so it's snug and they don't move around. So like I said, our H-pipe still moves, but these do not. So that way I don't have to go chasing them. I can just hold this up with one hand and reach around here, put them down. It just makes it easier. Got our new piping. Go ahead and get our clamp or bracket or whatever verbiage you want to use. I'm going to start by installing it into the hanger here, which should slide in nice and easily, like so. putting this one down a little bit tight just so it can hold its shape. As you can see, I've got this pipe angled perpendicular to the floor. So that way it's gonna make lining up the rest of the exhaust system later much easier. But do not put these things down. Do not put these brackets down. See how I still have some space there? This is not permanently installed yet. This is just put down so it holds its shape, so I have a better idea and I can get them closer. But you will have to loosen these again to get everything lined up perfectly once the tips are installed, because you want to have that nice even flush look coming out the rear bumper. And we got the next pipe going in. Again, I'm going to start by lining it up with our, I'm going to go ahead and try to get that on camera instead of my face, our rubber hanger up here. And then I'm going to rotate it. So you can see when we rotate it back there, you can see the difference it makes right here. We want it about right there. There we go. Looking pretty. And for our last piece, we went ahead and we took that rear hanger off of the old muffler, and we're gonna go ahead and install that rubber just like that. And as per normal, go ahead and slide on our hanger. I'm actually gonna put this one on like this, so that way it'll be right here and not facing towards the suspension in case that decides to bend and get in the way a little bit. We got that bolt started. Go ahead and put that down. All right, so this is what I'm talking about for that alignment part at the end. Match that up. That right there actually looks really good. But see, you won't know until it's really on the ground and you can see everything nice and flush. But I'm gonna go ahead and tighten that down with the bracket just a little bit so it doesn't have the ability to move around. Let me step back here a little bit and take a look. Come down a little bit. Yeah, I like that. That was good. And then we do the same thing to the exit pipe on this side. And with the tips ready to go, we're going with the staggered setup. We're gonna go ahead and grab our 11mm, come in here, and to make sure that they're straight, we're basically just gonna line this up so it's perfectly perpendicular to the ground. And put that down with our 11mm. Looking good. Got 3% left on my battery. I hope I make it. And our last step, well, I guess not our last step, the next step, it's going to be to remove our valve motors from the OEM exhaust system. It's held in with 3 8mm nuts. You can use that, kind of wiggle those around. Oh, this spring isn't supposed to come off like that, but I mean, it's fine if it does, because we're going to take them off anyway. But for the sake of this video, I wanted to show you with them on. All right, the next step, we got our valve motors. We're gonna go ahead and remove these springs. They pop right out in this fancy little baggie. We've got our new bolts, and there are 2 dowels right here. It's basically just a metal stick. Put that metal stick right where that spring was, and then we can install our Deuteron Hickey. Which these do not look like 8mm. And the new bolts are 1/4 inch. And don't put these down too hard, because all you're going to do is crack this plastic casing for the valve motor. Just going to put a little bit on it. That's it. Nothing crazy. Alright, so you do the exact same thing for the opposing side. I'm just going to do this once. You guys know how to copy and paste. You got this. And grab our connector and our completed valve motor unit, I guess. And then we do the fun part of finding someplace safe to zip tie this out of the way with. Which for this side, I'm liking the idea of kind of having it tucked back in here. So maybe I'll wrap it around this fuel tank brace right here. And I'll lift the camera up so you can see this afterwards. So don't freak out just quite yet. That way it is out of the way, and it's underneath this guard too, so it'll be extra protected. Something like that, pretty much. Right here on this metal brace. I like that. That's a good spot. And then pretty much do the exact same thing on the opposite side. I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out, and we'll do a sound reveal for the new exhaust system. And I went ahead and I just did the exact same thing on the other side. For this side though, I just went ahead and I got longer zip ties, because the ones they gave us were very basic. All right, this is the AWE Track Edition exhaust, installed on this 2023 Challenger SCAT Pack with the 6.4 Hemi engine. This option also comes with the Diamond Black quad tips. Let's go ahead with the sound test. Sound even at idle. It's got a nice rumble to it. And that's pretty much it for this video. If you'd like to see more videos on Hemis, that's my Chrysler 300C right there. I've got the airbag suspension on order. As soon as I get that in, I'll be making a video on its install and, you know, just kind of doing a review on it, I guess. So if you're interested in that, make sure you are subscribed so you can see that video once it posts. Other than that, if you'd like to see another video on one of these vehicles, go ahead and check out that one next. I made that one just for you. But other than that, if this video helped you out, leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, and we will see y'all next time.